So shooters and reloaders out there, Fortune Cookie 45 LC coming to you from the Hot Lead Zone. And as you know, we did some creative zombie bullets with our powder coating techniques. And of course we don't do this as a routine, but just for a lark or for interest, to make things more interesting. So in honor of Mother's Day tomorrow, I thought I'd go ahead and do a video on powder coating techniques where we can get effects like this. Just for those of you out there who might be interested in doing some of this. It doesn't have to be overt like this. It could be very subtle. And today we're going to do subtle. Now I checked and there are no videos on creative powder coating techniques for cast bullets on YouTube. Now however, I know that there are some casters out there who have done some real fancy things with their powder coating, such as making candy cane bullets and things like that. Well, as much as that might sound weird to us, there's interest in how to do that. And I've got all these cast bullets in 358, 158 grain Lee bullets. So let's go ahead and powder coat these. As you see, I keep a record of the alloy that I use to cast these. They are BHN 16, and the actual formulation was 15 pounds of range scrap, 2 pounds of super hard, and 2 pounds of copper hard to get the BHN 16. So there we go, preheating our oven, outdoors of course, and there is our tumbler tumbling away. We'll let it go for about 4 or 5 minutes and check the powder coat. So in honor of Mother's Day tomorrow, I thought I'd go ahead and use a color that most mothers would really love, and that's vermilion. Now you saw me do the sift and sprinkle of different contrasting color into your base color while in the vibratory tumbler on the previous video. Well, that can still be done, but to get the other highlights like the brains look on these zombie bullets, here's what you do. So we actually just tumbled that for as long as it took me to take the toaster oven outside and plug it in. Came back in and checked the powder coat, and no more than 2 minutes of tumbling and it's coated. So there's no reason to run it any longer than that. I used to run for 20 minutes. Okay, so now let me show you how to get some nice highlights in there. We go ahead and put a contrasting color on our aluminum foil, and we're going to take that bullet and just roll it in that powder. And you see the crinkled foil gives us a nice effect so that we don't get the different kinds of patterns that we might get in there. So the idea is to go ahead and put the bullets out of the tumbler into a basket to shake the excess powder off like we normally do. So we simply take one of the bullets and we just put it into the contrasting color, roll it a little bit, shake the excess off, and then we'll take this and stand it up on our base over here. So there they are, ready to pop into the oven. We'll go ahead and do that right now. So there they are in the oven for 20 minutes. And we'll get the next batch ready to go ahead and tumble coat those. Now to help the effects, you can have a kind of a color palette, different colors, and then create a little ramp. So you just take the bullet and you put it on this ramp and it rolls right across. And that gets the color effects you want. Now if you have any small amounts of powder left over, don't try and add that back into your pure yellow. For instance, this is bird yellow, because you'll contaminate it with other colors. Best to take small amounts of powder and put it into a general catch-all bag that you can still use later on for a surprise color. So I'll go ahead and pour this into that bag and we'll save it that way. Now a wet paper towel and our area is cleaned up very nicely. So to show you the results of our work today, here's the base vermilion with the bird yellow highlights. And here is the base vermilion with the periwinkle gray highlights. And then here are our plain vermilion bullets. And then that's a leftover 44 caliber that got into it. Mixed somehow, we went ahead and did that one too. So here are all the bullets that we just did. And you'll notice that the highlights of the colors are subtle. We don't have to have overt. Just enough to be able to be interesting. Besides, we're not doing zombie bullets because that would not be appropriate for Mother's Day. Bye for now.